Many years ago, I smoked cigarettes. I smoked about a pack a day from the age of like 13, I think up until I was about 27. And I had to quit about 15 times before I actually decided to give up cigarettes. That was one of the best things I've ever done for myself. But when I finally made that decision, I then moved in with my boyfriend, who later became my husband, and that was 33 years ago. And I must tell you that I have wanted to smoke many times, but I never broke that contract with myself and picked back up again. I loved smoking cigarettes though, and I also loved drinking, but I never broke that contract with myself either because neither of those things was working for me. If you want to really give up something in your life, sometimes you have to pray for the willingness to do it. So today in the ABCs of Leadership, we're on the letter W, which stands for willingness or willpower. Sometimes we say that we make a decision to do something, but we really don't because we're not willing to do it. And so when it comes to willpower to try to continue to do it, we just fail, right? Our willpower is actually a discipline of the mind, just like our memory. In fact, there's 6 intellectual factors of the brain or the mind. The first one is perception. So this is your point of view. The second one is reason or logic. This is the ability to take like individual thoughts and bring them together to form conclusions, to compare and contrast things in your mind and figure out which way you want to go. Now, your memory is the third one. This is basically a muscle. If you think you have a bad memory, it's because you haven't exercised your memory. You have to practice using your memory, remembering things if you want to do that. Then the fourth one is imagination. This is also the same as memory. It's a muscle in your brain, and the more you imagine, the more you can grow your ability to be creative. The fifth one is intuition. Now, this is a part of you that I believe is divinity and is connected to all that is. It speaks to us through feelings or vibration. We can pick up on people's vibes, which are then translated into our conscious mind. Do I trust this person or not? Or is this a safe place for me to be in right now? And you can develop better intuition by going within, by practicing meditation, by learning to listen to yourself. And finally, this brings us to the sixth one, which is will. And your will, it is a power and a discipline and a muscle, just like memory, imagination, and intuition. When you can keep your mind focused to sustain your concentration, it acts like a magnifying glass. So you can amplify the power of the sun through a magnifying glass to start a fire. That's the same with your willpower. If you continue to focus on what it is you want to achieve and you keep taking steps towards that, you will absolutely get there if you continue to practice that discipline. So you want better grades, you focus your will on studying. You focus your expertise and you keep taking steps to conquer that, whatever it is that you want in your life, such as quitting smoking or creating better health for yourself and working out every day. And the funny thing about willpower is you only need it for a certain amount of time before you develop a habit. Once you develop a habit, it's so much easier because you don't have to think about it anymore. You just do it. It's just part of who you are. It's part of what you do. You get up in the morning, you work out, or you don't smoke anymore. You just don't. You will get more willpower if you practice. And if you want something, you can begin first by praying for that willingness. But the ultimate way to have it is to just keep doing it and exercise that muscle just like the others in your brain, and then you won't need to have it anymore. So once you get a handle on your own willpower, you can discipline yourself to do the things that you know you need to do and stop the things that you know you need to stop.